Hi everyone, I'm Arachnobeth and today I'm going to tell you why and how I got into tarantulas. As a child, I was always petrified of spiders. Other creepy crawlies I could do, any other animals I could do. Spiders was a big no-no. It was pure arachnophobia. If I saw a spider, or even thought I saw a spider, my body would tense up. If I could, I'd jump up onto a chair, so I was off the ground. I would curl up in a ball and basically cry like a baby. Being an animal lover, it was hard for me to say, oh, I love animals but I hate spiders. There was no real reason apart from my fear that stopped me from liking this particular animal. It really annoyed me that a tiny little creature could disappoint my day. So slowly, over the last year or so, I've been getting myself used to small house spiders, using a piece of paper and a cup, taking them outside instead of killing them basically. This went on for a few months and then I started moving up to bigger spiders, looking at spiders on the internet, pictures of spiders, videos of spiders, and then one day I went into my local reptile shop and there was new spiders on the desk, and I actually saw a Brachypelma bohemii and I thought, wow, that spider's got bright red legs. The woman of the couple was looking at the spiders and the gentleman said, oh no, you don't want them. Well, it was then that the owner of the reptile shop came out and said, oh, don't you like spiders? And he goes, no, I'm terrified of them. He goes out the back and he gets a sub-adult Brazilian black tarantula, Grammostola pulchra. This tarantula he takes to schools, to arachnophobia demonstrations, things like that, for people to get used to tarantulas, you know, show people that they're not these man-eating beasts that we all think they are. And I said, oh, can I hold it? And he said, yeah, of course you can. So I put my hands over the desk, just let it walk across my hands, and as soon as it left I wanted it back. It was the most amazing feeling ever. It does not feel at all scary, it does not feel anything like you would think it would. It's a really strange feeling if you've never held a tarantula before. But while she was in my hands I could just examine her and have a look at her, and it was, wow, you know, like looking how her body moves, and it was very interesting to me. So of course, what do? Go home, start looking at tarantulas. Which ones are more docile, which ones to stay away from. I wanted to make sure I had docile species because I wouldn't like to have something that would jump out at me to potentially frighten me again. And I looked it up for weeks. I went back to the shop, I actually held the tarantula again and I said, are you sure this is the same one? She looks smaller. And they said no, it is definitely the same one, but I was totally convinced that it was a different tarantula. A week or so after that, there was a massive house spider in the house, and I get a cup, get a piece of paper, I took it out and I was like, what a relief. It was such a big weight off my shoulders, the fact that I could do that, and I felt so proud of myself. And so my reward for that was to get myself a tarantula. And yeah, really best decision I've ever made. It's addictive, but I would certainly recommend it for anybody who is contemplating getting a tarantula or wants to learn more about them. Just get one. They're not expensive to keep, they're really easy to keep, they don't make any noise, they don't smell, they, depending on the species, depending on the size, don't take up much space. The only downside with them is, of course, they're not cuddly creatures. and if you do handle them, you've got to be super careful. Some species are definitely not handleable. Some species are more handleable than others. Some flick hairs, which can be really irritating, really itchy, and if they get in your eye it's really painful. But other than that, there's not really any downside to keeping tarantulas. It is very addictive, then you just want to collect them all. You never have just one tarantula, or certainly not for very long. So yeah, that's how I got into tarantulas. I hope you found it interesting. I hope I haven't bored any of you. I'd now like to take the opportunity to say welcome to my page. In my next video I'm going to show you my first tarantula that I bought and tell you a little bit about him. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I most certainly hope that you will watch my next video and continue to watch them. So thanks ever so much. See you again.